Today I will talk about violent video games and how they affect the behavior of teens and children. According to the APA, which is the American Psychological Association, more than 90% of U.S. children play some kind of video game, while when considering only teens ages 12 to 17, that figure rises to 97%. Violent video games leads to problems such as aggressive behavior, lack of empathy, and poor performance in school. According to multiple sources, including the APA.org, there is the cause and effect relationship between playing video games and aggressive behavior amongst teens. Task Force Report 2018 confirms that there is a definite link between playing violent video games and aggression. Like, you know how you play, like, there's a video game called GTA and everything, it's on Grand Theft Auto. So it teaches you basically how to steal a car and how to buy a gun and how to rob people. So if you're a teenager and you like video games like that, it's gonna some way encourage you to be violent in some way, in some way or some sort of type, everything. People who play violent video games it's more likely to engage, like I just said, and everything. Aggressive behavior, as in all like a video game can motivate you to go shoot someone or be like that person, or make you feel like you have power and everything. Teens tend to choose and mimic the most aggressive characters in a violent video game. For example, if I was to play GTA, and the most violent character in the game Grand Theft Auto, I would say is Trevor, because he liked to kill people and he liked to rob people and everything. So if they feel like he has power over people in that video game, they feel like they have power. They'll want a name out in the world, they want to be known, or just want to get money, I guess. And while noticing the teens' aggression, there can also be a decline in their emotional state, demonstrating a lack of empathy. Like, sometimes teens tend to do aggressive things off things that's happening in their home, like not having a father and everything. That can also have an effect on their behavior and everything. So games can be their solution, is letting anger out or anything. In a recent study published in the Frontiers of Psychology, Dr. Gregor Cizik of the Honor Medical School investigated that long-term effects of playing the violent video games Call of Duty, and determined through a survey analysis that 83% of the participants scored extremely low in the category of empathy. Call of Duty is a shooting game, it's a war game and everything. So only thing you do in Call of Duty is play with guns and kill people and everything. So I would recommend that if I was a father and I want to let my younger teens or kids play the game Call of Duty, because they don't got nothing to do with guns and everything. People who play violent video games can be like they can be not sensitive and everything. They can be not sensitive because they don't really have how can I say? They don't really care that much. If they can play a video game and be like, oh, I want to do this, and then go out and do it, they don't really care about life or have no value in life or no. In 2017, the new psychological analysis on the behavior of teens between the ages of 12 to 16 reported that these children that played the violent video game series Grand Theft Auto expressed lack of empathy for the good guys while playing the video games. Brutally and violent video games teaches children to choose unhealthy emotional states and become desensitized to feelings and empathy. While teens continue to demonstrate insensitivity to violence and feelings or empathy, they can stop showing interest in education, which can lead to poor performance in school. Like, if I like this game so much, now I would probably skip school to go play it, or if a new game coming out, or it's just a violent game and it entertains me, then I wouldn't really pay attention to school. I would really be focused on that game or whatever, and then throw my mind off. In 2015, a correlational study was performed by Garcia Narvaez, PhD, which revealed that school teachers were concerned over the increases of the problematic effects of violent video gaming on their students' school performance. Basically saying that, violent video games encourage them to do things that they wouldn't do. Basically like basically what you're seeing in a video game you want to do, and they encourage you to do it. Researchers also found evidence of negative links tied to teen violent video games and poor cognitive skills in school. According to psychologist.com, teens that play violent video games for over 4 to 6 hours daily attention span is decreasing in school. Parents of teens need to monitor the violence in the video games that they're playing. Times to decrease the chances of their child decline in academic performance. Parents should pay attention more to what their children are doing, or what they're playing, or what they're seeing in their games. They should look at the back of the game and app and see if it says rated for mature audience and everything. So you really shouldn't buy your teenager a game that is basically saying it's rated R. You should buy them their age group game. In conclusion, violent video games can lead to some severe consequences for teens. Maybe parents should think about what they really want for their children. Children are easily influenced and they want to play video games all the time. Parents should choose a much better option of a game for their children than violence. Okay. I would like to say that growing up, I like to play GTA and Call of Duty and everything. And at a point in time, I was so into the game that I actually wanted me to get a gun and everything, because I feel like I would have power and everything over people. And the game Grand Theft Auto, you do missions, you make money and everything, you sell drugs, so you see them making fast money and they have a lot of money. It encourages you, like, well, I want to make fast money. And this, to me, Grand Theft Auto is like a way that can teach your younger children or your younger sibling how to do like bad things at an early age. It's 5-year-olds playing GTA and everything, and I think that's like bad and everything, So like when people buy violent video games for underage children, I think they should really take a thought out of it and see how they affect that child's future and everything. And they should stop buying violent video games for the age group under 17. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I got a question. So you said you used to play them video games when you was younger. How old are you?
18.
Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a scenario. If you was older like me, would you buy your children under the age of 12 them kind of games?
No.
Why not?
Because I won't want them feeling like they need to do that to make money or anything, or I just feel like I failed as a father or anything. If they was to grow up doing that and it was all because of a game, not because of a father or who taught them how, what to do in life.
Right. So you do think that video games can teach kids how to be violent?
Yes.
Wow. What do you suggest for for the companies that make these video games? What you suggested they put another warning label on it, or do you
Well,
think?
I suggest they should make another game, but just like, you know, I don't know, like, they should just make another version of the game without all the violence for children. Then the violence is for the adults, I guess.
So the surveys that they took that you was talking about in 2018, it did show that them violent video games affected the children's behavior.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. I agree with your speech. I agree that that kind of stuff should be monitored. And thank you for the information.